Most of the people making content for XDefiant are younger, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I wanted to give my perspective as a balding 47-year-old middle-aged gamer who is also a father to a black stepson. I feel like my perspective is one that you don't really hear too much, so let's get into it. Some of you younger guys are probably watching this video going, that's not going to happen to me. My gaming glory days are never going to end. Well, I promise you, they will. It's just a matter of time. And that's the core issue. Time. After playing XDefiant this weekend, I understand why Call of Duty has skill-based matchmaking. I get it. I think it's honestly unethical to put older gamers like me in with the current batch of teenage FPS gamers because they don't stand a fucking chance. Oh my god, I've been giving them the smoke. Holy shit. Time is the problem, but your boy is aging like fine wine. Oh my god. I feel like the ankle weights have come off. We have been training in 150 times gravity since Advanced Warfare. I feel like Tobey Maguire when he got his powers in Spider-Man, and the bullies are punching in slow motion. Oh my god. Boys, we have been absolutely shitting on these kids. Fuck these kids, bro. These kids suck. I come home from my full-time job, max out my 401k contributions, do my taxes, and still drop 40 or 50 kills on your dumbasses. I come home from my colonoscopy, but you're going to be the one checking your asshole. In all honesty, I've been having an absolute blast playing XDefiant, and I'm happy to see that lots of other people like me that played the older Call of Duty games, some of the older content creators I used to watch, and just people I used to play COD with, are just kind of peeking their head back out going like, oh shit, wait, they made a game for us? We have a thing? What? It's almost bizarre that we got like a thing we wanted. It feels weird. I don't know, it's almost like we're dreaming that we actually got a fun arcade shooter that is not some algorithmic engagement optimized hellscape. Like, wow, Jesus, was that so hard? But here we are, and man, I'm having a blast. So far, I've been seeing a ton of variety in my matches. I can play with weird weapons. I don't have to play the meta. There doesn't seem to be like a strict meta in the game. If I had to predict a meta that would happen, it would probably be fast assault rifles, like assault rifles with all of the movement attachments and whatnot. But all of the weapons are pretty viable. I don't feel like I'm pigeonholed into playing a certain way. I don't feel like I'm being manipulated. Oh my god, you cannot play Call of Duty without feeling like you're being manipulated. Yeah, it's just a fun experience, and I will admit I am usually at the top of the leaderboard, scoreboard in most of the games, but that is certainly not always the case. I have absolutely been smoked in some of these games, and there are some absolute demons playing right now, trust me. But in a weird way, I kind of like those games where I'm getting smoked, because I usually learn something. And I usually learn, how they're playing the certain position, or, how they're moving around. You can learn things from other players and get better at the game. When you play Call of Duty in its current iteration, you just are constantly facing the same. You can't feel yourself get better at the game because the game is constantly trying to keep you at a 1 KD at the same performance. It just feels like you're on an endless, rat on a wheel. You literally feel like a fucking rat playing that game, and they're just fucking with you. It's crazy. But this game, believe it or not, man, I played the game on Friday, and by the time Sunday rolled around, I actually felt like I learned something and got better, and I could feel myself getting better at the game. Isn't that a crazy concept, to be like not as good at something and then feel like you improved and got better and you can like feel it? Crazy concept, right? That's almost like it's how it used to be. Weird. Now, I will say that the matches themselves are actually pretty damn competitive. They've done a very good job with the team balancing once the players are collected. So there's no skill-based matchmaking when it comes to collecting all the players together. But once all the players are there, then they'll take a good player, put them on Team A, another good player, put them on Team B. And that makes things interesting because you usually inadvertently create a little rivalry because, you'll be one of the top guys on your team, and then you'll inevitably be getting killed by one of the top guys on their team, and he'll kill you and you'll be like, oh, son of a bitch got me again. And you'll kill him and you're like, ha, yeah. And there's some fun like teabagging and body shooting and things like that happen in this game that you just don't really get in the current Call of Duties. There is no rivalries or, smack talk or really anything that happens because it's just everybody's a fucking drone playing a slot machine. It's awful. And I'm really looking forward to when the disbanding lobbies go away. Apparently that's happening in Season 1. Right now, as soon as a game ends, everybody just goes their separate ways. That is going away in Season 1, apparently. So when you get to stay in the same lobby and really talk some shit, I think things will get even better. Looking forward to that. To talk about the gameplay a little bit, I think that overall, the gunplay is good. The weapons are pretty well balanced. There's a lot of pretty good choices. Even some of the niche, weapon classes, things like LMGs and DMRs and snipers, very viable. Shotguns, a little iffy on those, but still, you still see them, you still get killed by them. Lots of fun to be had in the sandbox with the factions. Faction balance, honestly, I see people complaining about every faction, which is good. If people are complaining about everything, that means that they're mostly viable. I don't know. They did a pretty good job with that so far. I'm looking forward to the inevitable Assassin's Creed faction. There's no way they don't do it. There's no way they don't have an Assassin's Creed faction. Calling it right now, the passive will be a one-hit melee kill Hidden Blade. Calling it right now. It's going to happen. Hidden Blade passive, one-hit melee kill. There's no way they don't do that. There's no way they don't do that. It's too fucking perfect. Fuck. I also like that the leveling appears to be uncapped, or if it's not uncapped, it's really high. There are people that are apparently like level 150 and it's still going. Hopefully it's uncapped. I am a big fan of just having a number that just continually goes up. I don't know why they would cap it. The battle pass is relatively quick from what I've seen, which is, I guess, good. I don't know. You can earn all the stuff pretty quick, but I do like that there's another progression path that is, at least appears to be unlimited. I hope that's the case. Now let's talk about some things I don't like. I personally haven't had any issues with like chronic desync or chronic hit detection problems. I have had lag spikes, but that just happens in online games. But none of these crazy issues with hit detection people are talking about. Part of me thinks that the hit detection problems are just people missing. Because sometimes when I thought like, oh, I should have killed that guy, I go back and watch the footage because I record all my gameplay, and it turns out, your boy kind of missed. But no issues with hit detection. Now I will say, yeah, you die around corners. And I think, again, this is sort of just a problem with online gaming. With a game where you can move as fast as you can in XDefiant, I think it's just going to sort of happen. Maybe they can fix it. Maybe. I don't have my hopes up on them totally fixing this problem. Maybe they're currently running XDefiant on like low tick rate servers, like 20 tick. That's kind of common for arcade shooters, is that they just run on lower tick servers. It's more cost effective. Valorant is kind of the exception, where I think they run at like 120 hertz. That's crazy. Whereas like RuneScape literally runs at like 3 tick rate, like literally 3. So I think it might be 1. It's like super low. But maybe they can just up the tick rate. That'll help some. Even with a higher tick rate, though, that's probably still going to happen a little bit. So I think there's going to be a problem with XDefiant in general, because it's a problem in every FPS game where you just die around a corner, because that's just how it goes, man. Latency's real. And the other big problem with XDefiant is the bunny hop spamming. Now, at least on controller, which is how I'm currently playing this game, I don't feel like the bunny hop movement is that powerful in terms of throwing people's aim off, especially the spam. Like maybe coming out of a slide, it's powerful, but the crazy midair strafe shit, I don't think is that powerful with aim assist, because the aim assist sort of like helps you with the rotational aim assist. It's just fucking powerful. It's just really overpowered, honestly. But I think on PC, there's probably a much bigger issue where you have people doing these micro strafes, and it causes you to actually miss with mouse and keyboard. Yeah, so that's a problem. Honestly, dude, they could fix the whole bunny hopping thing by adding like a 2-second cooldown to jumping. You jump, guess what? You can't jump again for 2 seconds. That way you could still have the 1B hop out of your slide, but without the fucking constant spam. I don't know. That's an easy fix. I'm sure they probably won't do that. They'll probably just, I think they're talking about adding like aim sway or aim penalties to it, which, well, that would work too. But the biggest problem is it just looks dumb. It just looks dumb when everybody's fucking jumping around like a crazy person. The next thing I don't like is the minimap is kind of useless. And some of you guys are probably going, oh shit, I didn't realize I never looked at the minimap. Yeah, you really just kind of don't. The game is super fast paced. The maps are small. You can hear people through auditory cues. But the biggest problem with the minimap is it's just too small. And I don't mean like it's actually too small, because if you're looking at this gameplay, you'll notice that I made my minimap bigger via the config file. But the problem is it's too zoomed in. They need to zoom that thing out to where you can actually see more of the map in your mini-map. But more importantly, be able to see where your teammates are. The biggest use of a mini-map is being able to see where your teammates are. But the damn thing is so zoomed in that it's pointless. Because you see where your teammates are, but they're right beside you. You can't get any information out of how zoomed in the mini-map is. So that would be a simple change I would make to it. Or just don't have one. I don't know. I'm thinking about, honestly, just disabling my minimap via the config file. Because I never look at it, really. It's not really useful. If you try and look at it and, like, study it for any lengthy amount of time, you're just going to get, jump shot around a corner because the game is so fast. That, I don't know. I'm having a hard time finding it useful. And the last thing I don't like, which isn't really a big problem for us, it's really kind of a problem for them, and that is the cosmetics are bad. I did spend money on this game, honestly, just kind of to support the game. I unlocked all the battle pass stuff, so if I buy a battle pass, it'll only be after I've already done all of it, so I get all the shit all at once. And most of the stuff is kind of bad. Like, most of the skins kind of suck. Like, they're gonna have a hard time selling this stuff because a lot of it just isn't great. Maybe that's because I'm coming from the finals, and the finals has goated cosmetics. They're great. If they can get their cosmetics on the level of the finals, they'd probably sell a lot more. But some of them are good. I will say some of the cosmetics are good, but a lot of them are just kind of, ugh, why would anyone buy that shit? So they're going to need to fix that if they want to make some money. Hopefully the preseason just kind of sucks and they get it together later on. I guess we'll find out. Overall, I'm having a blast with XDefiant. It's the perfect game for me. I just wanted a shooter where I could jump on and play and have some fun, party up with my friends, and just, like, chill and do cool shooter stuff. That's all I ever wanted. And I love that. I like that this is a game where I can jump on and play, and most of you guys know I am primarily an MMORPG player, but I still like to play shooters, and that's what Call of Duty used to be for me. It used to be the game I could just play and have fun, but God, it's not anymore. So now, hopefully, XDefiant has filled the niche that Call of Duty used to have before they threw it all away. I will genuinely be upset if this game cannot, like, financially make it. Like, if this game is just flops and it's, proof that you have to have an algorithmic engagement optimized matchmaking to make money in video games, I will be devastated, genuinely, because I haven't had this much fun with the shooter in I don't even know how long. This game is absolutely perfect for someone like me. So if you like that old school feel of the older Call of Duties, check this shit out. It's free. It's free to fucking play, dog. Why buy Call of Duty when this shit is better and free? Dude, they could pay me to play Call of Duty. Why does anyone play this shit? I genuinely do not understand why anyone plays modern Call of Duty. I swear the same people that play modern Call of Duty are the same people that buy scratch-off lottery tickets and play the slots. They know it's rigged. It's rigged. It's obviously rigged. But they still play it because sometimes they win. Like, it's just retarded. Modern Call of Duty is just dumb. When literal pro players, literal professionals that get paid to play the game jump into matchmaking and get like a 1.8 KD, what? No, that's dumb. When the SBMM is that strong that the literal pros look like, some blue collar worker getting home from work because their lobbies are that sweaty, that's ridiculous. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Loving the game. Keep it up. Ubisoft. Can't believe I'm saying that. Fuck. But yes, they got a fucking winner here, I feel like. So let's hope they can maintain and have an aggressive update cadence. And apparently, with the delays XDefiant has had, they are ahead of schedule on the upcoming content. So they may genuinely have an aggressive update cadence. And they might fucking stand a chance, dude. Shit. Oh, I'd love to see it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to subscribe with notifications on. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And join the Discord. It's free.